Salam, shalom, Wisest speaking. Hopefully everyone's well. Now, this video is for you all. If you have any questions you want to ask concerning, life, scholarship, science, whatever the case may be. Now, as I wait for you all to get in here, subscribe to the channel if you're not. Click that thumb and become a channel member if you're not, so you can see all the content that's not public. This is most of it. I believe there's 50 videos or so that the public can access. The website as well. My lecture magazines and other services is there. Now, as I said, this video is for you all to learn. So ask your questions. Now, I want to say this before the questions come in. If anyone is not in agreement with the title, let me know if I'm clear at some point too. But like I said, if anyone's not in agreement with my title, wisest man alive, make sure you step up. There's no need to be in disagreement with something. Whatever or wherever you stand on. You get my point? I say that because in today's times, y'all lost in narcissism. If things isn't how you want it to be, then you'll get all mad and so I'll say again, if you're in disagreement with my title, no need to get mad. Step up and prove your point. And then I won't need to use the title anymore. Salam, red, dead, doggo. Let me know if I'm clear, if you don't mind. And more than that, like I said, this video is for y'all to ask questions. I see where y'all minds is. All the gossip and all the foolishness y'all listen to all day concerning wisdom or anything, and y'all don't have any questions on it. It's interesting. Salam, page E3. Thank you. And so overall, become aware of the controlling ways of self. Meaning, y'all want things to be however y'all do. So it isn't. And you get my point? From there, y'all get the huffing and puffing. Punch in the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. Punch in the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Boys in the Hood and all of that, getting all carried away for nothing. What's up? Last time I checked, I was the wisest man to ever breathe air. The angels told me this. You say, Silas, I don't believe in angels. Who cares? Y'all believe in the beat up man on a cross. Spit on the face. You believe in that. Believe in death row. Nah, if you believe in that, You believe in that, you got to believe that I'm the wisest man alive. It's a deep thing. Don't take none of the jokes, you know. I like the kid, but I'm always serious, you know. And so, like I said, if anyone complains about the title, you make sure they step up. Other than that, wisdom's a precious thing, you know. True wisdom and true clarity. Y'all are still in the receiving stages of wisdom, you know. Look at it like Salam. I had to make some adjustments. Now, if y'all have any questions, like I said, ask. Can y'all please make sure y'all questions make sense? I know we live in a time of one word talkers. Retards, that's what I call it. A retardation syndrome. I have something deep to explain, but you have to be on a certain level. You seem a little slow today. Champ, my channel is not for trolling and goofy behavior. Whatever environment you come from where that's, you know, smiled upon and feel important, you're a clown here. In regards to Cat Williams, stop bringing up people you admire. Why would you think I would care about Cat Williams? I'll fuck you and Cat Williams up. And that's real talk. Salam. Remove yourself from my channel, champ. I ain't got time for stupid talk. Save that for your mother. Outside of that, you a perfect example of a dummy. I said ask any question you want. You start stupid talking. And that, do you get my point? Your mind is only capable of stupidity. Y'all come here acting stupid. Your stupid ain't a reflection of me. Could have asked anything in the world. You don't have nothing in your brain but stupid talk. He said ego is to the max. Salam. You have a good question in your brain. Watch this. Ask one good question. Now watch how dumb he is. He can't. It's some of y'all reality. You play with your life so much in your brain so much. You can't even form a good question. Count it up. Let's see if he can. We all could see you could say dumb stuff. Now ask a good question. Say something intelligent. You can't. You're retarded. Some of y'all slow. But for the rest of y'all that have a brain, like I said, ask a question. I'm gonna let the stupids go in a minute. I'm not sure why in the daytime y'all think that's like, you come from a time where you a clown if you're doing that. He said, I'm retarded while you got a teardrop on your eye. on your face? Does a teardrop have to do with somebody being retarded? And this is not a teardrop. Retard. You ask the question first. You don't tell me what it is, then ask the question. I'm done. Why your mother got AIDS? Let's start there. Let's go 100 for 100. All you got to do is say you up for the challenge. Nothing else. 100 for 100. One more for good measure, nigga. Matter of fact, one more for good measure. That's the rest. All you got to do is say you up for the challenge. Big bank, take little bank. Other than that, shut up with all that dumb talk. Salam, shalom to whoever gave back. You heard that sound? Nakamura, you heard that sound that just came in? Yeah. That was hundreds, nigga. Salam. Anything else you want to say about a job, nigga? You done right. Now, it's high in Nakamura. Giving you your attention for the day. Attention seekers, I suppose you ain't got a dime in your pocket. He said that was pocket change. I suppose you ain't got a dime in your pocket, nigga. And so stop talking to me about money, jobs, and whatever bum shit you talking about. Fair enough. Fair enough. Why does that happen? Salam, shalom again, whoever gave back. I wasn't 100, that was a 50, I'm sorry. I thought it was a C note. It was half of one, no big deal. Only 13 minutes passed, it's not a big deal, champ. Don't let that discourage the rest of y'all from paying y'all tithes while I finish dealing with the envious. I have a little time, I don't mind, don't worry. He said nigga got pocket change. Salam. Conversation over. I'm old school. Once you can't stand on your words, shut up. When you brought up money, you don't have none. And this is why you be playing pocket pool. Pockets pool is when you holes in your pocket. And I'm sure you can figure out the rest. Salam. Now, let me let the bums go. I don't know why niggas come in here. I'm not sure why y'all waste y'all long time. A lot of y'all come in here under some dumb narrative. If you troll or do this and that. What that do to me, blood? And I get paid by the minute, my nigga. If you want to come in here and waste your own minutes, waste away. But if you have a deep question or something you want to know, in regards to scholarship of life, take advantage of my time while you have me. Or you could be like the dodo birds. Like I said, you could be like the dodo birds and waste your time. I can't waste my time. Wisdom's a simple thing. Most people have too much bitterness inside to acquire, Damn, you filled up my whole chat with all of that dumbness. Peace and wisdom, Sir Jones. I can't believe y'all ain't got no. I can't believe y'all can't pose a question. Reflect on self, though. Don't overlook that. That's a deep thing, Especially when y'all spend all y'all time online listening to a whole bunch of things. How you have no questions. Don't take offense. And don't overlook that either. You get to the point where you ain't got no questions, that mean you get it? You just being filled up and told, you know? You being told things and you just receiving them in. In regards to clarity, what wisdom is the clarity? Sir Jones said, how can one cultivate inner peace and resilience? The brain's always working, champ. Salam. How many channels do Blood got? Didn't I block him off? Retarded, man. Anyway, you said, how can one cultivate inner peace and resilience while navigating the presence of troubled or restless spirits, ensuring spiritual balance? Let's start with the inner peace part. Like I said, let's start with the inner peace part. Y'all already have inner peace, but y'all taking other people's dirt, if that makes sense. But if y'all look at whoever doesn't feel like they have inner peace, most of your inner peace ain't got nothing to do with you truly. Just look at y'all in the daytime. Y'all mad over Trump being in office. You ain't got no dibs on, you get it? You ain't got nothing to do with that. You ain't gonna get no money off if he the president or not. Ain't shit gonna be better for you if he is or not. You already got all the presidents that already was to show you that. Again, y'all already got a whole bunch of presidents that was in office to show you what I'm saying. Like, but y'all let yourselves get worked up. And so you got to always remember what I said in yesterday's video, you know? They like to keep y'all distracted from the great nothingness, meaning y'all have nothing to do. In that, some of y'all seek things to do. Some of y'all seek problems. A man likes solving problems. A man like creating problems. If he don't get to solving them, well, he like equations, if anything, you feel me? And so you grasp? Most people pull on to problems that they don't have. Look at all these different groups, right? You got the Hebrew Israelites, the Pan-Africans, the Christians, Muslims. In every generation, they looking for new people to recruit into the problems that they have. I'm not saying they have any problems, but so they think they do. The Pan-Africans think that the white man got his foot on his neck and everything in life they made and everybody stole it. And the Hebrew Israelites, they think that we the true children of God. This just being a 3-letter word. They don't even know. You can ask any Hebrew, any religious person. Beyond the word God, what exactly are you speaking of? And you're going to see for yourself, they don't know. They just heard that word. Everybody in life worships this word, G-O-D. Who the title is for? Well, you ask one person, they'll tell you Allah. The next person will tell you Jesus, and you're going to get a whole bunch of words. Never getting to any source of anything. And so you get my point? People look to recruit soldiers for their problems. And that, you get my point? Most of y'all seeking out problems, adding on problems to yourself. Never-ending problems. How long it's going to take the Hebrews to convince everybody in the world that the black people are the real Hebrews? How long? How much longer they got? Because the last time I checked, this has been happening since the first Christian. Like, they're recruiting Christians in all different kind of formats since 1 AD. And so, when it's going to happen? And every generation you get new Hebrew Israelites coming up under that faith, and just as many leaving. Same with any other groupings y'all can think of. Every generation they recruiting new people to replace the people that left. And it become a never-ending cycle of seeking out problems that's never gonna get solved because it ain't really no problem. And so in regards to peace, look at peace as the core of your foundation. And you just gotta clean away or chip away at whatever dirt you kind of packed on top of it. Oh, this thing is slow. Now, Noble Tranquil, you said, can you explain Genesis and the primordial waters? Oh, I'm glad I blocked you. You are a mental case if I've ever seen one. I'm from a town where, behavior like that, I take it a little, I take it like you might be a little yay. You get my point? And so those of y'all that's kind of goofy in the daytime, if you a man, don't be carrying on with me too much. I'm going to take it, how I'm going to take it. You can view it as however you want, but just make sure you fully aware I don't know you, and you like I said, I'm from real life. In real life, if you was like, keep fucking with me and I don't know you, I'm gonna be like, he got to have a crush. Something ain't right. Boy, I gotta be like, he flirting with me. And you feel me? From there, if I break your nose and do you however I do you, I wouldn't suppose anybody gonna bother me about it. Now you say, can you explain Genesis and the primordial waters? In real life, or like according to Genesis? I like being Christians, huh? There's nothing lower than a Christian. You a Christian, you don't have to take offense. You probably will, but morally there's nothing lower than a Christian. The Christian is the pinnacles of a gossiper and a hearsayer. The pinnacles of it. Meaning what they believe in is ridiculous. And so, do you get my point? They believe this God that got beat up and spit on and killed gonna save them. They take offense when I say that. They say he disrespecting God. They forget that that's what they own religion say. If you a Christian and you feel like, man, he making fun of God, I ain't said nothing that your religion ain't say. So who's making fun of God, me or you? I'm trying to bring it to y'all awareness that y'all blaspheming God in y'all religion. When you speak in that manner, talking about he got beat up and spit on and all that. According to them, I'm disrespecting God. And they text ain't got nothing to do with dude having spit on his face. Even those times, retardation times. But let me know how you want me to, oh my God, this dude is retarded. He's really a flirt. I'll make one of y'all a moderator. We got 75 channels already pre-made so he could troll. That's a teacher. That's one of y'all teachers doing that. Because ain't nobody that retarded. Y'all ain't got to waste y'all time on him. I haven't been paying him no mind. Once I told him we could play Big Bank versus Little Bank and he ain't had nothing to say, I was done with him. He ain't even got quarters to pitch against the wall. Let's pitch quarters. He ain't got nothing. He only got a dime. 10 cents. Can y'all? I'm sorry. Y'all can hear me just now. I'm just talking to myself. I didn't mean y'all to hear none of that. Champ, you gotta let me know what I record in real life. Y'all silly, man. He gonna come back. See how y'all have kind of time on your hands. Look, look, look. I told y'all he gonna come back. That is insane. You got to be a whole doofus. It's retarded. Now, let's get to Genesis. Who want to be a moderator? Yeah, dude is retarded. Envy's on that level. I try to avoid people like that when they envy start getting sick. Time he wasted, he could have filled out 5 job applications. That way we could have played big bank, take little bank. Some of y'all need to get off the malt liquor. It's messing up your life. I'll let you be one noble tranquil. All right, you all won. Thank you, Terrell Moore, for the gift back. I didn't want that to pop up like that. I hate when, I'd rather y'all give back, when no one can see, because they be hating blood. I do not want them to see I make thousands of dollars every time I come live. They be mad trying to make y'all think like you get it. Blood ain't doing nothing. Fucking make fucking $50 every goddamn 15 minutes, my boy. On or offline. And that's for any of y'all that actually got that mind. Like I said, I'm the wisest man alive. You could play with your own fucking self for the rest of your life on it. That part. I don't even need money. What I need that for? I'm the splendor. I don't even need money. That part. Y'all goofy as hell. But thank you for the give backs. I appreciate those of y'all that appreciate me. God body said true riches are within. Don't be fooled by the fool's gold. Salam, shalom. If I tell y'all to give back, it's my shit. I mean, what the fuck is you talking about? And I got mad riddles and bum fucking riddles. I don't care about no nigga bum riddles. It's how you get punched in your mouth, nigga. When you come here, I don't want to hear you ever talking against somebody earning their bag, nigga. So who the fuck do that? Who got philosophy to be a bum? Let me hear your philosophy about riches, nigga, and you're having some. Let me hear that philosophy. That part. Wisdom ain't got nothing to do with money, but your life do, nigga, because you live in a system where money is what it is. While y'all running around bum fucking talking, let me hear your riches philosophy. Nigga just got bum talk only. Those of y'all with the bum talk, soon as you get money, you the worst. The worst. See, I could get money and still be humble and chill, and I won't mention money if a nigga don't mention like disrespecting me on it. But y'all got all the bum philosophy in the world. Let me hear one philosophy of your telling somebody like all the riches in the world. We should all have our share too. Salam, shalom. Thank you again to whoever gave back. I'm asking. I'll be going out y'all way to hate, out y'all way to blackball me, block my funds, but you can't. When y'all done, y'all be having the never-ending stupid goals in life that don't even make no sense. Y'all come here for a decade straight hating with no accomplishments. It's hella shit y'all can accomplish. You're gonna come here dumb talking. I'm still waiting, my boy. A true child of God. I don't even know what that three-letter word mean. Who that? It's the devil to me. But who is that to you? Who's this God that wants you to be a bum? I'm asking. Because the last time I checked, the system wants y'all to be broke and bums, having to go beg for work and shit. That's how the system works. The system don't want y'all to have shit, that's why y'all don't. Meaning you don't got fruit trees all on your block and in your yard. You got a slave to feed yourself, even though all that shit is free in nature. You're not allowed to have it in your little Babylon. And that y'all Babylon, or those that's the rulers of it, they want y'all to be starving and broke. Then y'all come with the broke philosophy, putting it on God. So who God are we talking about? Y'all worship the rulers of society's God. But last time I checked, they God ain't on y'all side. Where'd y'all get y'all God from? Society. The Babylon you live in. And the last time I checked, the rulers of the Babylon don't give two shits about y'all. Y'all, it's slaves. Then y'all bust out with broke bum philosophy. I wouldn't care if I was broke or all the way up in the M's. I don't want to hear no broke philosophy. And those of y'all that come from like the projects, the poorest places on earth, you's a fucking fool if you letting somebody convince you that being fucking broke is your glory. Being broke is your fucking start. In the same way niggas is out here taking all the wealth in life, they indebted to you your small share. How they ain't? How you go from fighting to get what's sold to you to convincing other niggas to be a bum? How that happen to y'all? They owe us. Again, the system owe us for all the years of stealing the free food. Let's start there. I want all my money back I paid for food. I ain't no fucking apples just growing on trees out in the wild. This some of y'all real reality. You ain't know like, oh, if I drive 2 hours out, they got trees and shit with food on it. We want our money back. Those of y'all with a brain like me, I want all my money back. For the food, I'm positive food grow free. All you need is seeds. They ain't make seeds, and they damn sure ain't make dirt. If all I need is dirt and seeds to grow my food free, and I want my money back for it. But none of that matters. What matters is this. How you owed a bunch of wealth and get to the point where you teaching your own to be a bum. And that's their glory. To not have philosophies for God. Last time I picked up that Bible, the God in it was telling y'all to be wealthy and clean in y'all ways and things like that. It said money is the root to evil. It ain't say money was evil. It said it was the root. The evilness is y'all. Those of y'all that let money take y'all into, dodo bird land. Peace and wisdom. Y'all silly, man. I can't deal with y'all. Peace and wisdom, Virgil Lee. Like I said, man, if you come here, get all the bum philosophies out y'all head. Y'all be learning from people that be in they low. I'm not saying I'm in my high. You could remove me from this because a lot of y'all can't learn because of that. But y'all be learning from the scarred, a person all broken, bummy. Maybe they having a moment. Maybe they having a long moment. Then they start defending those moments. Some of y'all doing that right now. You having a little hardship. You see people fronting and flossing, and you becoming the defender of a moment. You get my point? Next thing you know, you got philosophies, you telling other people, oh, you talking down on money, and you gonna talk down on wealth, make sure you talk down on poverty, because last time I checked, poverty is a problem. You see how y'all get so lost into the lows, y'all start defending it, forgetting like you're supposed to be fighting the getting out of it, fighting what's causing that imbalance, where you got people mad rich and then you got people broke as fuck. Y'all not supposed to get to the point where y'all abandon the mission, which is fight for whatever y'all supposed to have, to where you trying to tell other people, no, it don't matter. It don't matter if, you know how y'all speak against the rich? Like, you got the rich and then you got the poor. You got the thieves and the niggas that got stolen from. That's y'all. You see your rapper with big chains on and shit, the thief, and y'all. Outside of that, I don't want to hear no bum talk. It's enough that gets produced in this world where we can all have an abundance, more than we need. And that's what life is about, fulfilling itself. So you get tired of things. And that everybody should have a time to be rich so y'all can get fulfilled of it. And that y'all can get to living life and understanding life. Because most of y'all there, until you get wealthy and come to realize that that don't mean a goddamn thing, you ain't gonna get on with your life and the living of it. Most of y'all, you get wealth, you're gonna buy a bunch of things. These things gonna be the bars of your prison. And they gonna keep you stuck because you're gonna have to keep over it. Like, you get it? If, let's say you had 8 cars in your driveway right now, 8 of them. Like that. And let's say you get a dope opportunity in another state. What you gonna do about them 8 cars? And that mortgage you pay, what you gonna do? That part, you're gonna be indecisive, talking about, I don't know if I should take that opportunity because my stuff. That part, y'all become attached and bound to y'all stuff, and then it make y'all stuck wherever y'all at. It's a deep thing. Outside of that, if you are somebody that's, not doing so good, well, I'm pulling for you. I'm hoping you don't hear no bum philosophies that's making you feel like it's okay. It's not okay that niggas taking advantage out here. That ain't okay. It ain't okay that people gotta work and then the government just swooping every week and take whatever it take out they work, they money. Like, he ain't even asked them like, yo, y'all mind if we take whatever we... It's supposed to work like that. Y'all all work, and then how y'all voting for the president, y'all supposed to be voting on what y'all agree on. Like, nigga, we agree that y'all could take 50 cents a week out of all of our money. That's enough money for you. You got 8 million people just in New York, let's say. If they take 50 cents from 8 million people every week, that's $4 million every week. I ain't even count the rest of the states yet. You get my point? And so how much money do they need? How you in debt if every week you taking like hundreds of dollars out of everybody's check and there's millions of people here and you still broke? We talking about the place. We live in a country that's always broke, but still every week. Sorry if I'm getting a little emotional. This is annoying to me. I don't understand. Like, again, they broke every year. Last time I checked, they always talking about, they always raising the prices on shit because they broke. What is the government on? Yeah, they are. I was going to say, what is the government on? Yeah, you ain't got a drug problem, but yeah, they do. And that's where the money goes. Sniffing the yayo out of each other's ass. Like on the Wolf of Wall Street. That's where we live. Y'all all stressed out and I wonder what we gonna do. It's getting crazy. Trump gonna cause a war. And you know what they doing? Sniffing cocaine out of each other's ass. Having sex on a... This shit go deep. I don't think y'all get it. Hopefully y'all do. Like I said, hopefully y'all get it. Those of y'all that's poor, you're old. And those of y'all that work, you know, you get stolen from every week. And so you can do the math yourself. If 20 million people work, of course it's more than that. It's 20 million people probably just in New York State. New York City is just a city in New York State. When I say there's 8 million people in New York City, I'm not talking about the whole state of New York. I'm just talking about the city, which is Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island. You know, them 5 boroughs. That's just one city. You know how people be saying like they from Brooklyn and these people from Harlem, and you get it? Harlem is just a neighborhood in Manhattan. It's not its own place. Some of y'all watching right now, you from somewhere else. You say, I thought Harlem was a city. No, Harlem's just a neighborhood in Manhattan. And not a big one either. It's quite small. Manhattan is not its own city. It's just an area in New York City. Brooklyn ain't its own city. It's just an area in New York City. You follow? Let's say you live in Atlanta. You could say Atlanta is a city in Georgia, that state. That's what Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, it's just one place, one city. You got Peekskill, Catskill. You get my point? A whole bunch of cities going all the way up to Niagara Falls, New York. I believe Niagara Falls, New York is its own city, or it's attached to Buffalo, which is a city. You get it? Most of y'all think New York City and New York State is the same thing. Y'all forget about like Buffalo, where Griselda come from. That's 8 hours away from New York City. Buffalo, New York's 8 hours away, 9 if you drive like regular. And so you get my point? I'm saying that so y'all can grasp the geography. Now, if you grasp what I'm saying, you got millions of people in North America, and every week they take hundreds of dollars out of everybody's check. But all they really need to take is like 50 cents a quarter out of everybody's check. That's still millions of dollars for them every week. Let me cut this off. Y'all feeling a little generous today, huh? I appreciate, the give backs. You know I need it. I know I'm poor as fuck. I'm poor as fuck. I'm poor as fuck. I'm a legend. That's what I am. You want my stats? And he who sits still and earn a living. You know how they be coming in here trying to convince y'all, you need a job. He who sits still. You fall out the sky. I say, ooh, $1,000. I wasn't even expecting that. Let me go down to the whorehouse on 19. Let me go to the whorehouse that Cameron be at. 119th. Straight to the whorehouse soon as the tours. Cam still go there. I seen him last week. I didn't see him. I heard somebody say. I didn't see him. I wasn't there. Let me stop bothering y'all. I'm just playing. Now, like I said, I'm poor as fuck. I'm not like these other dudes that come on here fronting like they got all the money in the world and shit like that. I'm just an old man. I'm just an old man that freed himself from the city of Babylon. Mentally, emotionally, financially, in all those kind of ways. I don't even know what day it is. Like, I don't have to know. Like, you get it? You know what day it is because you in the system. I don't know. I don't never know what day it is. I have to check, like. And so you get it? I'm just somebody that y'all know that actually removed themselves from all the politics and the foolishness of the Babylon. And you get my point? And I'm just free. Like, I could get up right now, move to the middle of nowhere in the forest somewhere, and you get it? My business is not have nothing to do with Babylon. I don't have to be stuck nowhere. I mean like that. I'm not rubbing it in y'all face. I'm saying a deep thing to you that some of y'all need to grasp. You can free yourself from the system. And that your work go wherever you go. Your work and you is one. Your work, you, your fun, every aspect of your life is one thing. And wherever you go, nothing changed. Imagine if you could move wherever you want right now off the drop of a dime. But you still gonna clock into work tomorrow and you still gonna get your weekly check. Wherever you go. Like that, y'all can accomplish these things, but y'all don't be listening. Y'all still in hater mode. Y'all think if y'all tear the next nigga down, that's the same as building yourself up. And y'all learn that from all these bummy ass y'all be falling under. Where they exploit y'all. I be giving y'all juice so y'all can make. Like I said, man, y'all can go to my website and team up together and get ourselves some freedom. You get my point? I gave y'all all the juice y'all need. From there, y'all got to do things for yourselves. Now, I have to take a quick little tinkle. For those of y'all that didn't give back yet, you can go ahead and do so now. Anybody have a deep question? Or want me to explain something that's deep? You can calm it down. Be back shortly. Okay, Lover Boy's back. Hopefully y'all gave me all. Let me stop bothering y'all. When I say stuff like that, I be bothering the haters. I'm trying to make it like I got a cult. I just got a deep mind. That's all, big baby. Now, like I said, if y'all have any questions, I'm not sure if y'all, a little slow today or not. But y'all have to believe in yourselves. That's the best thing I could tell most of y'all. Let's start with a talent. In the daytime, they trying to trick y'all out of having a talent. They want y'all to all beef and do stupid, dumb shit. But focus on your talent. If you don't have one, find one. Something you good at. You build up on that. You get my point? Stop trying to fit in so much. When you look online, you see everybody that look like a weirdo. They do not fit in with whatever the perspective is of society. They look like a whole damn clown. That's why they lit and you ain't, because you trying to fit in. Those of y'all that have, like, let's say you have a 9 to 5 job and you hate it. You like, I wish I had my own thing. It don't even have to be a business, but just my own thing. So you got to think, man, the icy man, he make about $200, $300, $400 a day selling ices. But that don't fit into your society brain. In that, y'all overlook the icy man make more money than y'all. That nigga that drive through the neighborhood with that ice cream truck, on a good summer day, he make your whole damn monthly salary. He done drove from neighborhood to neighborhood. Icy's about $3, $4 and more. There's about 10 kids at the damn truck every time he stop. You can add, but y'all minds is too structured out. In that, you get it, y'all kind of limit yourselves. Y'all think the perspective of society is something great. In that, you get my point, y'all be stuck in a cycle, stuck in like a system. And it's because of the ideals of society that y'all hold on to. In that, you get my point? Y'all would tell y'all young, get a job instead of tell them, get they self. Like, you already got a job. You miserable as fuck. Why would you tell them that? Yeah, they need a job and they need income. And I ain't telling you not to tell them that. But you got to tell them more than that. Because that ain't the pinnacles of things. You get my point? There's so much in life beyond your having a 9 to 5 job. This is not to make any of y'all that have a job feel like shit. I'm trying to bring an awareness to your mind. There's so much more to life than you being stuck in that cycle. Then you start buying things to numb the pain of being stuck in that cycle, things you really can't use for what they for. Y'all go buy your car just to park it in the driveway, but really that car's for y'all to go. Like, you get it? Y'all put everything that you want in it and just go and enjoy life. Wherever you find yourself, so that's where you are. And the whole earth is your house, all of it. In that, whatever room or place you in, for however long you there. You get my point? And freeing yourselves in y'all mind. Some of y'all need the freedom mentally. About to kill yourself or something like that. And so you get my point? The system ain't big enough for everybody. Meaning everybody not going to be able to get a job. And there ain't enough businesses for everybody to get a job. And there ain't enough people that don't have a job but got their own thing going that's hiring. And that, you get my point? Some of y'all gonna have to come to the realization that you can't depend on nothing. And that's where everybody gotta get in mind truly. And get to that place where you realize I can only depend on things for as long as I can depend on things. But truly the only thing I can depend on is myself. In that, I have to find myself. You follow? And if most of y'all can grasp what I'm saying, you get my point? If y'all all knew like, okay, I'm good. You know, I do things like I need to do because I can only depend on me. This is not in a negative way where you like everybody against me and I only can depend on myself. I mean, getting to a place where you realize everybody's struggling and grinding to get theirs, and you get my point? Everybody got to take care of they self in order for wealth to be accomplished. Otherwise, you get a little bit, this motherfucker taken from it ain't gonna get you nowhere. And so you get my point? And that some of y'all are the wealth. Some of y'all worked y'all life away and you was the wealth in the family, meaning you was the one that was supposed to come famous, but you get it? And I went on and let the system brainwash you out. You had hella talent and shit. And so that's why I say y'all shouldn't be telling y'all kids, like, sacrifice their life to the system. Now tell them to take a chance here and there. Make sure you got income always coming in, but you got to take chances, you know. Got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe, like, ain't no failure. There's just doing. You get my point? There's just doing things and finishing things. And some things you do don't have nothing to do with a finish. It's just do it until you're done. And you get my point? Get on with life in that way. But the mind got to be opened up. Y'all too lost into each other's perspective. In that, your moment of downtime where you can think on what you actually want to do with yourself and start building up on that. And yeah, it's going to be a little rough until you get it going because y'all so locked into society's mindset. You get my point? Y'all abort mission before you even start. You get my point? A job coming, anything coming, you abort mission, and you get my point? And those that you see that kind of freed themselves from that cycle, those that have a business, maybe those that's entertainers, or maybe somebody like me that just do their own thing, you know? That happened from what I just told you. They took that moment of downtime and said, you know what? I ain't working no more like that. And that's what did that. I bet you if you ask every person that have a business or, you know, everything else I said, I bet you they gonna tell you, yeah, there was a moment where I said, like, I'm done with this, you know, working 9-to-5 job thing. I can't really do nothing with that. There was a moment of that being instilled into the mind. I'm done with this shit. I don't care what happened, but I just got to find my way, but I'm not doing that. You get it? And once the mind is fixed on a thing, so you get it, the life gonna add whatever it need to add, you know, to get where you going. When I got injured at work before I started teaching, I remember that was the first thought I had. I ain't fucking with that shit no more. There's too much life out here. I got too much talent, and you get it? I start setting my plan in order. Online kind of saved me. Meaning I was going to go about things the old school way. Hit up the colleges, you know, bring my literature, let them see, you know, the mind. Not saying that I still don't have to do that at some point, but online saved me from all that old school footwork. So you get it, it was kind of like a blessing, everything. The life made my plan that I had simpler. You got to do all that running around, and that, you know, y'all all kind of came to me. And so you get my point, but it start with the mind and the thought. You got to know what you want to do, and you got to know what you don't want to do. And so most people, they're going to do whatever they got to do. And this is all of us. We going to do whatever we got to do. But it's not about having that mindset. It's about having the mindset of what you not going to do and what you are going to do. I'm telling y'all this because I come from the same poverty y'all do. And the rich people got different mind. And they don't tell y'all they mind different. That's why they life different. Meaning you got people from the poverty side getting rich, but they don't double back and tell y'all, yo, when that first thing I got rich, they start telling me stuff about my mind. Telling me stop hanging around with y'all, and you get it? Telling me things that I could have told y'all to kind of get y'all on a path of vibration of, you know, attracting wealth. They don't tell y'all that. When these rappers get signed, what do you call them? They're handlers. They be telling them things that have to do with like what I'm telling y'all. The mindset got to change. If you got a mindset where you feel like, man, I'm going to just do whatever I got to do, you're going to find yourself at a job. You're going to find yourself breaking the law, you know, hustling or something. You're going to get the opportunity that got to do with where the mind at. I got to do whatever I got to do, big baby. You're going to find yourself in them environments. Life is going to match whatever the mind is for you. If the mind is there, the life going to bring, you know, opportunity or whatever it is that you call for. If you call for it, it'll come. And that you got to change the mindset. A lot of the ideals and things we live by in the ghettos is not what they live by in the wealthier neighborhoods. And the ideals we live by is what manifests our reality. And that the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor because of that. They not sharing the mindset with y'all. This don't have nothing to do with telling you how to get a get rich quick scheme. Oh, you should get into real estate or do this or that. It don't have nothing to do with those things. It have to do with simple things like Stop thinking like that. Change that thought. Don't have that thought. It's going to interfere with, you doing things. And so if you can remove the thought, man, I'm going to just do whatever I got to do and replace it with, okay, I know what I ain't doing. And I know what I want to do. The wealthy ain't going to just take any old job. Because in their mind, I'm not doing that. Your rapper, your favorite rapper, he had a broke moment where his bank account was on empty. But according to his brain, I'm too famous to get a regular job. I'm not. In that, at some point, you get it? Back on their feet. But they could have always ran and just got a job like some of them do. And then that's where they be. And so it's all about the mindset. You had to have we're not taught standards in the ghettos. Like you have to have a standard for yourself. We not taught when you picking out a girlfriend, you got to have standards. We taught if she got a fatty, you feel me, and she gonna hold your pistol or do some dumb shit. That's how we kind of judge females in the ghetto. By dumb stuff, if she down for you, nigga, you ain't doing nothing for her to be down with. I had to get to a place where I realized things like that. And some of y'all do too, you get it? Meaning some of y'all selling dope right now, you like, nah, my shorty real, she down for me. She a fucking fool like you, man. You ain't doing nothing that she should be down with. You gonna take her down, nigga. Like that. We living like that in the ghetto. We'll be dragging somebody into the bottoms of the pits with us talking about, nah, they down. You ain't down with them. And they dumb for not being aware, you get it? You gonna be the end result of their problems. A bunch of chicks was with drug dealer dudes and they wound up being in jail because of what I just said. Dude said she was down with him like that and he gave her whatever she wanted probably, but do you get it? Overall, we gotta change our mindset. Whatever I did in the streets, my daughter's mother, my son's mother was never involved. They don't know nothing. They just have to make up whatever they want to make up. You get it? I might have bag up in front of them. You get my point? But in regards to, none of my baby mothers could say yo, he had me hold his gun. Nah, blood don't play like that. If he see me get involved in anything, you get it? It's going to be extreme cursings out. To take care of my kids, man. My baby mothers will tell you, he told me go to college. My son's mother, I sat with her and made sure she got her GED because when I met her, she ain't even had that. And so we got to get on that kind of time. And you meet, if you a black man and you meet a black woman, you get my point? You got to do it like you would do your mama or your daughter. It ain't about giving them your pistol. It's about telling them, yo, I'm going to pay for you. My cousin was my partner. I don't deal with the nigga, but this is a good example. He paid for his daughter's mother to go to phlebotomy class. We was on that kind of time. We wasn't putting pistols in a bag or none of that dumb shit. If you gonna be around, you better make good use of yourself. Now, I pay for you to do whatever you want to do, but you better do it. And that's how it was back in the day. You see a young dude around the block and you see he got a talent. He play ball. And he talking about he want to sell dope. The dope man gonna tell him, you better go play ball. Get your ass out of here. They might even give him some money just to keep him out of there. Get lost. You gonna get us out of here. You get it? We be thinking like dog eat dog, crab in the barrel. Now, well, if this person make it, then they ain't gonna help us. Who cares? That's one less nigga. Ain't nothing but niggas in the ghettos in the impoverished neighborhood. One get out, that's one less nigga. And we all make it out, then we can stop using the word nigga when it ain't no more. I'm on real time. You know, y'all be like, oh, we gotta stop using that word nigga. Nah, we got to stop being niggas. Let's do that first. Be jumping their head to the fake. Let's call each other gods and kings. Let's be that. And until we that, let's just stick with the regular terminology that we got, which is nigga. I like to call y'all niggas so y'all can remember where y'all at, nigga. And we be getting high and mighty in the brain, but in the physical realities, you get my point? And one of ours getting beat the fuck up by the cops while we all dumb talking. A black woman is God, and what's up, king? What's up with that nigga getting his ass whooped around the corner by the cops? What's up with that? Because I ain't never seen a king or god. You get my point? You can't walk up the block without getting hemmed up, frisked, beat up, and all kind of shit. And when the kings and gods start killing each other for attention, for hopes that maybe they can monetize this attention. And so we don't be carrying it like gods and kings. We be carrying it like little kids that's easily manipulated and bribed with candy. In y'all case, the candy is like jewelry, cars, and money. But it's still candy nonetheless. You get my point? And so it's about becoming aware, you know? We be creeping our own out talking dumb, acting like that ain't what's happening. And so the first thing black people need to do is like, we need to all get like healed of our envy, because y'all only seem to push y'all envy out on each other. I ain't saying y'all should be envious of nobody, but if you gonna be envious of white people. Why the hell is y'all arguing with each other like y'all the sauce of shit? Y'all be sitting here trying to blackball and, you get it? Block each other off like y'all the source. Y'all are a dime a dozen. You get it? It's like two drug dealers selling dope on the corner. They both work for the plug. They think killing each other gonna do something. You goofy niggas is expendables. Killing him don't do nothing. The plug's still a plug. He gonna get replaced. And you gonna be killing a whole bunch of nothings. You get it? Y'all could have came together and knocked the plug off. Now you making a point. And this how black people is. This one rapper, he black, he arguing with the other black rapper. Go attack the CEOs. At least there's something in it for you now. You get it? Y'all like that. Y'all like the dope boys on the block arguing and beefing with each other over turf, but ain't none of y'all got the weight. And none of y'all got the package to, like, you know, supply that corner. And so y'all got to get back on real time. But y'all are grass when y'all do. Y'all still running around, you know, recruiting y'all own young into things that failed y'all. The old bloods recruiting in new young bloods. Nigga, you a failure. How the hell you don't know that? Who do that? That part. The Hebrew Israelite. They all bummy and dusty and shit. They got on recycled leather and shit, standing on the corner still begging for people to be down with them. You get my point? Recruiting motherfuckers in the shit that already felt you. What point do that make? I'm just asking. Y'all out here recruiting into Christianity and everybody else shit. That ain't got nothing to do with blacks. You a Muslim, you ain't no Arab. That's Arab stuff. You a Christian, your ass ain't white. You ain't European. What you talking about? Like that. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all worship the ancestors of these different races that have conquered their part of the world. When you're dealing with Islam, and Islam is the same as Christianity, but you're talking about like Abraham, Jacob, and Judah. These people are the forefathers of nations of people. Jacob is the forefather of the Israelites. That's to say, like an Israeli in today's time. An Israelite is basically an Israeli, are those people. But in the Bible, it's speaking about them in their beginnings. And who is their start? Meaning Jacob would have been a Hebrew or an Arab. I'm saying an Arab because Abraham is the father of the Arabic people. You get it? Abraham, that's basically like to say Arab, or the person of an Arab. You get my point? Like personifying Arab. And so Abraham left his father's land. Of course, he comes into contact with people who are not the same race as him, as he's looking for his own land. And so him coming into contact and having children with the different race is how you get what we call Arabs. Just like when Italy and Spain came to North America, they start mixed breeding in with the indigenous people there. Then you get this new race called Puerto Ricans. They name the place that. You get it? Same thing in the past. Abraham leaves his father's land. He comes into contact with whatever people he do. He start having offspring. They become what we know as the Arabs. Now, of course, amongst your Arabs, you have your Israelis. And amongst your Arabs, you have your Jews, which is after Judah. It's not Judaism, it's Judaism. Judah is the forefather of all who calls themselves a Jew. I'm talking about the curly sideburn white people. Jacob is the father, or Israel is the father of all the people we call Israelis. And Abraham is the father of all the Arabs. Of course, an Israeli, and I guess you can say a Jew somewhat, have to do with your Arab people. The rest of the world basically worship the descendants or the ancestors of those people. Now, the Arabs have a lot of power in this world, meaning they're the ones doing all the colonizing in Africa and elsewhere. And you have the Europeans, or you can say your Latin Europeans, because Latin is a European thing. A lot of people don't realize that. Y'all like Latinos is black. No, the fuck they ain't. They come from Europe. Italy, Spain, Portugal, fucking Rome. That's all what y'all know as Puerto Rican or Latin. Latin was brought to the Americas. You didn't have Latin people running around here before. Y'all think the Mayans was Latin. They wasn't Latin. They ain't had nothing to do with none of that kind of stuff. The Tainos, that have to do with Italianos. You know, when the Italians came here, they be recruiting the indigenous people here, mixed breeding in with them and all of that. And that's their way of saying Italiano, the Tainos. Like, I half breed widows, half Italiano and half whatever they is. And it's just the beginnings of getting to the pinnacles of where we are now. You get it? Where you have all these different races and nations of people. So look at it like if the black nation start here in America, meaning an African American, that nationality, which is us, the original blacks of America. Black people, the only people to have American as their nationality. Nationality have to do with place. Don't never let nobody confuse you on that. An African is called an African because that's what that continent is called. And whatever country they from on that continent, they take the name of that place. A Puerto Rican is a Puerto Rican because Puerto Rico. Meaning people are named according to the place. Whoever's native to it, they get the name. So when Italy and Spain came to Middle America, let's say, where Puerto Rico and all of that, they colonized that place, developed it, built it up, named it Puerto Rico, and you get it? Those that they mixed bread in with, they labeled them as Puerto Ricans. And I guess your dark-skinned half, which would have became Dominicans later on, they would have just been the indigenous people that's still left over. You get my point? I'm saying that so you could grasp. Nationality go with place. Now, if I ask y'all what people named after America, preferably North America, the African American people, meaning you can hold on to the African part, but you can't overlook the American part. White people are not American. They're from whatever European nation they're from. In that place. Mexicans is from Mexico. Haitians from Haiti. That's not in North America. You get it? It wouldn't matter what nationality you have, there's a place for you. When it comes to black people, if I say, where's their place? In their name, just like everybody else. African American. But really, before they was calling us African Americans, we were called Black Americans. Before that, Negro or Nigger Americans. Negro or Negra, that's the Puerto Rican or Latin way of saying black. When you don't have the roll of the R, Negra, it become nigger. And so you get my point? Before they added the African on the front to throw us off, we would just call Black Americans, Negro Americans, and you get my point? Whatever they wanted to put as American, basically, to make it clear they come from the descendants of the people that was here. When you go to the reservations and you're looking at the native indigenous people on the reservations, man, they white. They look Mexican, but white Mexican. They don't got the brown big nose Mexican that's the true indigenous. They still running around Mexico now. Short, pygmy, big nose, brown skinned Mexicans. They indigenous. They've been there before it was named Mexico. They don't have them on the reservations. They have like Mexicans that look white. They got black people that look white. You follow? Like that. It's just the soul out thing. Whoever helped in their sellings out, they got whatever they got for it. But the point I'm making is black people from America. Spicy, man. Since your complexion looks good tonight, you don't want to have sex with me. People call themselves American like a Chinese person may call themselves a Chinese American because they was born in America. But their roots go back to China, meaning their nationality or their heritage is Chinese. You follow? In that, they're Chinese. They're not American. It doesn't matter if they were born in America. They're still Chinese. If I ask you, where were black people born? Like that. You say, I don't know. Some people say Africa, some people say here. I don't know that part. I was born here. Y'all ain't been to Africa before. Y'all going back to Africa now, pretending like y'all apart. I could tell a difference from a black American and a goddamn African. I don't know why y'all can't. Y'all can. A little kid in school that's black tell a difference from the African boy. They tease him and call him an African booty scratcher. Nobody told him that they was African. They just know, like, Africans don't mistake American black people as Africans. Now, let's say you white. You say, I don't see no difference in them. We do. I never mistake the African for black. I could tell a difference between a Haitian person and a black person. And most black people and Haitians is the same. I could tell a difference between a Dominican, dark-skinned, black-looking dude and a black person. The only people that can't tell a difference is white people. Y'all can't tell a difference between a black American and an African. But the Africans and Americans can. So when you hear the black people over here saying, we Americans, they high. They was in school teasing Africans, meaning they could tell the difference they own damn self. That part. Now we got to pretend like, no, we Africans, and whatever black people was here in America that they was calling penny color, oh, they ain't exist. Again, they arrived to the Americas and said the people are copper colored, olive colored, like to say black. We just going to ignore that and be like, oh yeah, it wasn't no black people here. It was white, Native American looking people here with long pigtails. Yeah, that sound about right. That sound about later after they started colonizing already. And so again, the only people here that fit the description is the people they call African Americans. We fit this description of copper color. This is copper, like a penny. That part. Not black, brown, but like a lot of y'all by complexion. And some of y'all browner. Some of y'all black. That's the description they gave. Penny color, copper color, and olive color. That's to say like black, like onyx. And so it's a deep thing. We not foundational blacks and all this weird shit. We just natives of the place. And all that weird shit is what's going to throw, reality off. It's as simple as I explain it to you. If somebody asks you what's your nationality as a black person, say it's already in my name. You said African American, that part. You're not American, only we are. Why'd they put it in our name if we don't have nothing to do with the indigenous or native people to the place? That part. They try to throw y'all off with that African American because a Chinese person could come here and then be like, I'm Chinese American, and trying to throw y'all off with that. And that y'all say, nah, we from Africa. That's why they put the American on the end. It was calling us that before Africa. That part. They sailed up Africa and the Americas at the same damn time. 1482 and 1492. And so y'all got to know y'all history, man. I'm not saying you ain't got no Africans and black people from America that was swapped and mixed all out, but they probably in Europe somewhere, because Africa and America wasn't developed for them to sell any slaves. Europe was a developed place. They had fur coat stores and all the things y'all know of. And you had people that was wealthy that was buying slaves as servants for their houses and things. In that, they're taking people from Africa and from the Americas and bringing them to Europe. And the same with the things that they're finding, like the relics. They're bringing it back to Europe, and then you get it from there. They don't know where they found what at. You got African shit in British museums that's really American stuff. And they got American stuff in African museums that's really African. They just stealing, like, and I guess after they, sift through the spoils, then they say, well, this look African. Let's say it was there. And so you get my point? Indigenous people the same on every continent before they get colonized. In that, the relics and things gonna be the same. More than that, civilization. The same statues and things you see in America, you go over to Europe, you see the same kind of bump. You go over to developed nations in Africa, you see the same kind of buildings and things like that. Meaning it's a time thing. All the developed nations going to be on the same time, just like all the indigenous people. For the most part, they going to be on the same times, no matter where they are. You from America, you go over to like Mexico, Brazil, or something like that. They dress like you dress. That part. It's the same everywhere. Anyone brownish salam. And so my point is to say, like, if black people understood their nationality, and you get it, we was all in agreement and understood what I just said, and then we conquered other nations and places and developed ourselves a country, we'd have our own God like the Arabs do and how the Europeans do, which would be a result of our ancestors that put all of that into play for us. You get it? Basically, the colonizers that came to America and whatever black indigenous person they mixed breeded with and created that line. You get my point? We be worshiping that person like the Arabs worship, or you could say our religious people, whether Arab or European, they worship their forefathers. Abraham, the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew Israelites is Israel. Israel is Jacob. You get it? Again, the God to the Hebrews is Israel. And they're the Israelites, the chosen people of God. So they named after God. But who y'all think they talking about? That part. Jacob. They worship their forefathers just like the Jews worship their forefather Judah. The beginnings of their nationality. And so it'd be the same for us, but we just ain't got shit. We ain't conquered nothing. In that, we fall under other people's religions, which is the praise and worship to their ancestors. Excuse me, that slipped out. And so that's with all nations. Meaning any religion you think of, it's going to go back to a person and the people. And they're conquering. That's what the Bible is about. A people conquering other nations. And so you get my point? Everybody lost in the following are worshiping other people's ancestors or forefathers until they get their own. The Mexicans gonna fall under Christianity or Islam because they ain't, you get it? Like that. When the nation of people kind of take over and start conquering the world, you get my point? They putting the world under their religion wherever they conquer. Their religion being the history of their ancestors. Not necessarily the creator, but God, which is basically a 3-letter word, a title of their ancestors. Now, I forgot what I was answering, but overall, that was the point I was trying to get y'all to grasp. Y'all have religions, we just have to do with, worshiping other people's ancestors. Now, we ain't got our own bump. We still falling under everybody else stuff. And so you get my point? Like I said, we got to stop tearing each other down and learn, like, the proper the proper way things go. Peace and wisdom goes sent. Like I said, we have to change our mindset. We got to change the ideals in our mind, starting with the young. It's not about defending poverty. We be defending the poor shit and the bottom of the barrel shit like we the ones that created poverty. We ain't create poverty. It ain't for us to claim it. It ain't for us to tease each other who's impoverished. You get my point? We act like we own poverty, whether we beating somebody up with poverty or you get my point, we defending it. It ain't about that. Like I said, when you get to the wealthy, they don't give a fuck about no poor stuff. Black people, the people from the ghettos, y'all embody the poverty. If you live in the projects and somebody insult the projects, then you gonna take offense. But there's people there that don't. And the people that don't is the ones that leave. Cause they don't care about that. Like that. You gotta change your mind. Open the mind up and understand the ideals. The ideals that come from there is going to keep you there, and the ideals that come from the wealthy places is what keep them there. It's ideals and the mindset that keep everything where it is. And you have to overcome the mindset. Somebody could give somebody from the projects right now $1 million, but you know what's going to happen, right? That part. They're going to be ghetto fabulous there. Or they either going to fuck up the money and end up back there. Why? Because they don't have the mindset. Their mindset is like the mindset y'all got. If you get rich, so you're supposed to show everybody you rich and have this and that and that. Y'all don't have the splendor with self to say, me with $1 million and me without $1 million is still me. Whatever I do with the $1 million is what's going to make my life. Buying a bunch of toys and dumb shit is not making me have a life. It's like a child just being busy, doing nothing. You know, kids play with their toys, they break them because, you get it? They really want to go outside and live. Y'all become like that. And so it's a deep thing. You have to become mature. Mindset matters. Mindset definitely matters. Those of y'all that's sick, it's your mindset. You see yourself as sick. Some of y'all, you old, but you not old. You just do shit like when you get up, you be like, ugh, just from habit. You're making yourself old for no damn reason. You follow? It's all a mindset. And they like to plague our mind with crazy things, you know? In that, we live out our mindset. However we see things. In that, most of us see like, yeah, everything is a fight or a struggle. And the only fight and struggle is the ideals that have been put on our mind. You get my point? In that, we're looking for problems instead of looking for peace. Y'all be looking to tear down instead of looking to build. Y'all will come together to tear down, but not to build. But it's all start with the mindset that come from the places y'all come from. They can't just keep y'all in the ghettos and just hope like, oh, they'll like it there and stay there. You got to remember you had slavery here first. You had plantations built up. It's still that same system, just bigger now. Y'all can roam around in the plantation, it's bigger than before. But even on the plantation, they had the back house where the slaves lived at. As they start building up the system and moving the slaves, out the plantations into the cities. So they build up like projects and things like that, which resembled the back house. In that, the slaves go live there. But they can't just count on like the slaves just gonna stay there. So they have to be something instilled into the mind to keep them bound there. You get my point? It's like prisoners when they go to jail after they there for so long, when they get paroled out, they be nervous when it's time to go. They've been in there so long, but it's really the mindset. You get it? It's what's been instilled in their mind while they've been there all that time. In that, they become one with the place. When it's time to depart it, you get it? It'd be like when they was on the street getting brought to jail. And so it's a deep thing. It's all psychological. You got to learn how to not surrender the mind to anything. The mind is who you are. You go through this or that, you get my point? You can't let the thing overtake your mind, because that's your soul and who you are. Once you let that happen, then this is how you get off course from self. Your experiences become you instead of build you up. They kind of become you. Meaning you're supposed to conquer your experiences or overcome them. Whatever hardships come with the experience. But if the hardship kind of conquer you, you become it. The defender of it and all kind of things, you become it. You follow? You become poor, now you're trying to convince other people poor is some glorious thing. And everybody that got money is evil. Because you've been embodied poverty. That part. It ain't never that. Care how poor you is, you tell yours that all this wealth is yours. And you never stop fighting for it. Like, I ain't talking about competing for a job and competing to tear this person down to get wealth. I'm talking about y'all all coming together and fighting against the system about all that money they taking out y'all check and all that free food that they owe us, that they stole. Where's all the apple trees? Where'd they put it? Upstate somewhere? Bring them back. I like that. Never forget the fight. The fight ain't about you convincing other people to be poor. The fight is about you convincing the system that they owe you some shit. And you want it. This place is supposed to be free for everybody. This is life. They got some of y'all so gone in the system that y'all overlook this is life. Meaning y'all are in life. Y'all gonna die. Y'all can do anything y'all want while y'all here, and y'all in a system where y'all don't do nothing. Slave for that system. And work to keep that system going, and it do nothing for you. Again, a lot of y'all are not realizing this is life. You lost into it later. You say, nah, I'm going to go to heaven later and life start later. Unless somebody tricks you out your life. That's the end of the movie. It's over when you die. There is nothing else after the credits. Again, y'all in the only life y'all going to have right now. Y'all wasting this, shooting each other, standing on the corner, selling dope, gang banging this thing or that thing. Overlooking, damn, I'm actually alive. Like, I'm in this world. You got dudes in jail right now. They don't realize, like, this is not real. Somebody built this place and just made these rules up. And locked us up in here. And we're going to sit in here for life or however long we got. And none of this ain't even real. Meaning it's not a real thing in life, a prison. In the rules of the city, it's not a real thing. Somebody just made that up. They conquered that area, or they laid claim to it, and they made rules for the people so they do whatever they want with them. The people get lost into these rules and start to believe they're real. And that a man break the law, they lock him up, give him life, and he don't risk his life to get out that courtroom and say, fuck you, nigga, this not even real. Y'all kill? How the fuck is killing wrong? And animals and indigenous people is out in the wild right now killing to eat. That part. They just need an excuse to lock you up and make you a slave. Some people died, Tookie died in jail waiting to get the death penalty, and then he got it. And that's not real. Y'all just don't come together and fight against that and say, get the fuck out of here with this weird shit. Let my people out of there. What are you doing? That shit ain't real. You can't take somebody's life away from them because they broke a law in your city. You get it? Again, this is your life. Your homeboy that been in jail for 20 years so far, that's his whole life. That's not real though. They really have a jail built there and y'all really go along with it, but it's not real. You could have did that. Y'all do that in y'all own little spaces, like with y'all kids. I have timeout and all of that. But that's not real when you put the kid and tell them, go to your room, you on timeout. The kid don't have a brain to know, man, she made that up. Pops made that up just now. Like that. Y'all don't have a mind to grasp, man. They made all of this shit up. The paper money we got, they just took the resources and made that to replace it. So that we have to go to work and slave so we can get that paper and then buy some of the resources. But they made all that up. That part, that's not real. Y'all can make everything y'all buy in the store. It's made from the natural resources. But you see how they make our mind. Where we be dependent and we like, nah, he bugging. I ain't bugging. I wish I would let them lock me up. Blood, I do what I want. I came to this realization, I live like that. I'm gonna do what I want. And nobody better tell me nothing, you feel me? What sense that even make? We all was born into this life. How's this man gonna tell me what to do because he decided that he gonna own the space I was born in? So because you woke up one day and said, I'm gonna conquer those lands and make rules there for the people, I gotta go with it? That's why when y'all go vote for presidents, I be like disgusted. Like, yo, they really slaves. Like, they could go down there and fuck both the presidents up and be like, we already said we done with all this president shit. We don't need a president. We need somebody to come ask us what we all agree on. How much money y'all gonna take for taxes? 50 cents. Okay, we all agree on that only. You get my point? Who gonna live in the White House? Not no presidents. We gonna pick whoever family we decide gonna get a time to live in that wealth. We all gonna take our turn. That part, y'all go down there and vote for who gonna rule over y'all. Doing shit y'all want them to do no matter who get in office. And now, what's the point? I ain't going to vote for nobody because they ain't doing nothing I'm asking for. So what am I helping you for? That part. And y'all get lost in the cycle and y'all the wheels that keep the city going. They don't even need cops no more. Y'all get online and solve every crime y'all see. For free. Cops ain't got to do nothing but just kick back and wait till y'all turn them over. Like that. The people become the wheels of the city. And you get it? Y'all do y'all own policing, y'all own tearing down, y'all own hating. The government ain't got to do nothing but just kick back and just collect. Y'all busy doing their work, doing their rulership work for them on y'all own selves. You get it? It's like the mama tell a older sibling to watch the other younger sibling. That part. And they doing the work for mama. Mama somewhere on a date. The older sibling watching the younger sibling. They both locked in the damn house. Doing that for mama. They can both come together and say, let's just sneak outside. She ain't gonna know. That's what the smart kids do. Well, I ain't gonna say they smart. Something happened. You get my point? But this is what they do. Hey, we're gonna sneak outside. She ain't gonna know. If you don't tell and I don't tell, and she chose to let us watch each other and give us leeway to do what we want. Y'all on here solving the damn crimes against y'all own for the system, not even getting nothing for it. Y'all tearing people down for other people, not getting nothing for it. Y'all tearing down Big Meech for 50 cents and ain't getting nothing for it. That part. Say in reverse. Some of y'all tearing down 50 Cent for Rick Ross and Big Meech, and you ain't getting nothing out of it. That part. Some of y'all sucking Jay-Z dicks in the hopes that you get invited to a lunch. But you ain't. But you gonna keep sucking his dicks in hopes that you do. That part. What's the point? Y'all be doing stuff that don't even have nothing to do with nothing. For you or whoever you associated with or anything. And so we got to wake up in the mind and understand we got the real power. The rulers are the few, but the ruled over is the many. And all y'all need is y'all mind to be like mine. And we wouldn't have these problems. If y'all all had my mind, voting would have been over with. Because we would have fucked that whole shit up. I mean, we would have pulled up down to the voting booths and beat them the fuck up. We already told them to bring back the food and shit like that. Don't take more than 50 cents out of everybody's check. Y'all greedy as fuck. There ain't even that many of y'all. I'm taking hundreds of dollars out of people's check every week. And it's only about 5 of y'all, 3, 4 of y'all over every state. Get the hell out of here with that. Where y'all think that money go? Eric Adams is the mayor of New York City. When he first started mayoring, he had on cheap-ass Docker khakis and a windbreaker coat. You can go back and check. Cheesy-ass Docker pants and a windbreaker coat. He wear tailor-made suits every day now. A new one. Where do you think that money come from? Because mayors don't get paid that much money. So where do you think it come from? That part. You got to learn how this go, man. They tax y'all money and give it to an individual. And that individual wealthy in his family. And that's how that worked for every state. And every city in the state have their little mayor. And you get it? The city under the state, and you get my point? The state under the conglomerate. It's a deep thing. And the city just a business. And the people the product of that business. And that they'll sell y'all social security money anything they want. Meaning y'all all do to get social security. Now they take social security taxes out y'all money. They would just sell that to whoever they in debt to. And give you that for 10 years and then you get my point. We paying the debt of the country. We paying for the development of the country. We paying for everything of the country out of the taxes that they take. And do you get my point? It don't serve us in no way. And so you get my point? This goes deep. Now, if anyone wants to give back, please do. I'm about to take another restroom break. You know, when you get old, you gotta pee a lot, you know? Balls get a little bigger. Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to. If you young, you know, when you get a little older, if you blessed, Hopefully y'all heard me. Why y'all be laughing at me so much? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all I'm gonna be in Atlanta next week. Any of y'all that's out there that want to get with me. But I'll say this, man, to all the black people, when y'all stop getting lost into these groups, you know, Hebrews, Pan-Africans, FBAs and all of this, and y'all can get to a place where y'all can get the leaders of it, or at least the higher ups in it, to come sit down with me, then we can start buying back this land. Because they got y'all. You follow? Y'all gonna do whatever they say. If I tell all of y'all, it's 1 million black people in this world. If I tell all of y'all, give up $100 next week, that's 100 million. And y'all pick whoever gonna be like the treasurer to collect all this money that we all gonna give up. I got my 100 right now. Right here. Damn, where all my money go? That's some shit, dog. Where my bank? Oh, I got it. I got it. Here's my 100. If 1 million black people put up $100, which I'm sure it's 1 million of y'all between the Hebrews, Pan-Africans, and FBA. I'm sure it's 1 million of y'all. Y'all put up 100, that's 100 million. You know how much land of America we could buy back? Because most of the land not being used. The cities is small, and the land, the open land that ain't being occupied, man, is vast. And so you get my point? We not doing nothing. Letting other people buy it back, hoping that they give us 40 acres in the lesson point. But there ain't gonna be nothing left for them to give us if we don't start buying it back. And I don't mean in the goofy way that y'all doing it now. I mean like how I just said, where you buying $100 million worth of fucking land one shot. And we can all put up $100 a lot of times. Shit, even $5 is 5 fucking million out of 1 million blacks. Y'all all got $5 every week. That's $5 million worth of land every week. Our $5 million to spend on whatever we choose as a nation that's going to benefit us. We buying all the rap catalogs back, starting with this 5 fucking million. And we going to give y'all 5 million every week till we own the masters in hip hop itself. And anything you want from hip hop, you got to come to the black people. Not this record label. The record labels don't own us no more. We own our own people and our own self. And you want to hear Beyonce, you got to come to our... You want to see Beyonce perform? She don't perform in other people's countries. You have to come to ours. And it's going to cost you. And you got to buy shit from other people while you're here. Like that. We ain't got shit. But it don't take much to get shit. We just got to come together on one accord. If Farrakhan could get 1 million of you niggas on the White House lawn, why he couldn't get $5 out of all of y'all and say, we gonna just buy some land, fuck this shit. That part. You ain't got no goals going for us to own shit and be able to trade our own things with the world like everybody else do. But Canada sending potatoes and shit over here getting their bread while we can't send our music. You get my point? Whatever crops we decide to make and whatever we make, why we can't send that. That part, because we ain't trying to do shit. And so those of y'all that have a mind, you can go to my website and get Land and Resource. The RDF book I have, get that book. In that y'all can come together in small puddles. It explains what a city is and how to develop one. And then it also explains, you know, how to free yourself from having debt. Like the monthly debt we have. Rent, mortgage, light, gas, all that dumb shit that never ends. The book teaches you how to put an end to that. It also teaches you like the city, country, state, and all of that is. From the business perspective, which is all it is. It's a business. And we the products of that business. Especially if you go back to before slavery was abolished. We was definitely the products of it. We was what's getting sold. And so you get my part, it explains everything in depth, and then there's a part in the book that explains like how to make all the things that's on the shelves. So whatever we buy off the shelf, whether it's a leather jacket, a pair of pants, there's a part in the book that tells you what natural resource makes that and how. You get my point? I don't think I have any of those books. Let me check. I might still have one or two left, but I don't think I do. I don't want to lie. I think I may do. Oh, no, I don't. Sorry. I just got a bunch of conscious cleansing kits. What do I have in here? Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little low. I'm a little low on products, but make sure you get this if you a Kemetic follower. This is the correct understandings of all the Neteru. It's the table of content. Each entity explained in depth. Conscious community dudes can't do this. They don't have the intellect. And none. And then I explain what none is in depth and where none is within your person. Because all these Neteru are the natures, meaning Neter is nature. That's their word for it. And these are all the qualities or aspects of nature personified, and all these natures are personifications of or within. And so that's He. And then I explain in depth what He is and where he is within. Of course, He is the breath. And so you get it? This has to do with the diaphragm, as you clearly see. And so, like I said, it's one of the deepest books you'll ever get. This is the deity Kek. Of course, Nun, He, Kek, Amen, Atum, so on and so forth. From there, you get to the Enid, but Kek is the frog-headed deity. If you look closely, like I said, I show you where every deity is within self. And I give you the full breakdown. Same with Amen. This is an image of Amen. And Amen is basically the sound, or the voice box, the larynx, and all of that. Like I said, I go in depth on everything. Those four deity that I just showed you are the Agduad, and it's the 8 because they have consorts. Everything in life is a duality. So you feel me? Adam. And then I explain what Atom is in depth. Of course, it's an atom, but you have atoms on every level of existence. So it's a really deep book. You have Shu. I'm sorry, Shu is known as the breath, but He too. All the entity are one entity going through its transitions or assimilations. You see that feather on the head of Shu? Now look at the lungs. And Shu is like the Shuyet, one of the nine parts of the soul. Then you have Tefnut. In the full breakdown of what Tefnut is, I'm sorry, wrong page. Tefnut is basically, she manifests in self as the heart. Tefnut, or Tefnut, is like the sound of the heart. Like I said, you can get the book, it explains it in depth. But Tefnut is pronounced like the spitting sound, too. If you look up Tefnut and how it's pronounced, according to the ancient Egyptians, it's pronounced like phew, like spit. And that's speaking of, the heart beating, and when it's pumping the blood out, it's like, spit. Like I said, it's a whole breakdown of what it is. So get that. Of course, you have the goddess Nut. I explain what she is within the large intestines. The god over the earth. Of course, the earth is the menses. Earth is soil. On a spiritual level, the menses cycle, or the menses blood, this is soil. And of course, that comes from the gut area. There's your earth, and Nut is the goddess over it, as you clearly see in these images. So it's good I'm a biologist. And that I know biology of the body. When I see the ancient images, I know what they're speaking of. Like this. The eye of Ra is an egg. It's not the eye of Ra, it's the egg of Ra. You have to remember, y'all are sounds within your body. Meaning your mind is a thinking thing that speaks, but it needs the body to manifest its thoughts. So you hear the thoughts. And that, Egypt is pronounced egg. If you sound egg out, like when you're saying it, egg, all the way to the closing of the lips, you're going to feel the PT at the end. And so you get it? They were detailed. And that they spelled egg, like how we pronounce it Egypt, but it's egg. And of course, that eye that you see, and you see the snake, and you see the bird, sperm cell, egg cell, eggs and birds. It's explaining, the spirit or the substance in the egg. But it's speaking of the egg and its beginnings. A Ben Mound thing. And so get this book, it's very deep. This is another one. But I never released this one. It was just a gift I gave to those that were channel members maybe a year or so ago. And so this explains what the Yuga cycles are. Y'all have missed out on quite a lot of, some of y'all have missed out on quite a lot of deep literature. Man, star, galaxy, universe. A yuga is basically a year. Four seasons thing. A day has 4 parts to it. A year has 4 parts to it. Meaning a day has morning, afternoon, evening, and night. A year has spring, summer, fall, and winter. And a yuga has Treta, Satya, Kali, and Dwapar. So, no. Kind of like it's written here. Day of Brahma is 4 cycles of a year, or a year on a universal level. A yuga is a year on a galaxy level. A year, let me say it right. 1 day for the universe is a year for a galaxy in perspective. 1 day for a galaxy is a year for a star. And 1 day for a star is a year for man. And so on and so forth. And so this book explains everything in depth. This is actually a copy that came out black and white instead of color, but everyone that got one, it was color. And so this explains, very deep things. Peace and wisdom, gold cent. Yeah. Like I said, you can go to my website and get that RDF book, Land and Resource Wealth. It's very important. But more than that, we need to start coming together, meaning all the different groups. Like I said, the groups is what keep us separated. And so y'all gonna have to stop coming into these groups and start convincing the elders and, the leaders of these groups that they gotta come get with the wise man. Put their pride aside. That way we can get some things done. Because I got the knowledge and they got y'all. And so you get my point? We got to bring everything together and use all our parts, you know? And get things going. I know what it takes to run like a whole country. And so I'll be giving y'all that wisdom, but we got to get, unified. I don't want to run the country, but like whoever do want to run our country, you can. You just got to do it right. It'll be off balance, honor, things of that nature. And you get my point? Freedom. Not about ruling over people, but about setting people free. And that, with freedom comes a discipline. Everybody have to be responsible for themselves. And, that's what growth is all about. Lorenzo Buke said, what exists? And the universe is living in the same existence we do. Everything is everything. So galaxies are within the universal body. All of them. One galaxy has billions and billions of solar systems or stars in it. One solar system has billions and billions of organisms in it. The smaller level of life is tucked away in the larger level of life, meaning the billions and billions of organisms are tucked away in the solar body, the solar system, a star. And the billions and billions of stars are tucked away in one galaxy body. You have many galaxies, but they all have their billions and billions of stars, which is like their cells. In that, the universe is here, everything is here. It's a Pandora's box. Everything is tucked away in everything so that everything can be born out of a thing. And the cells is beneath organism level. Y'all were cells that were born out of y'all mother. The smaller life is tucked away in a larger life. The cells is tucked away in the organisms, but the cells are born out of the organisms as organisms. Like that, everything is tucked away in everything, so everything have the chance to evolve to that higher level that it's in. And that y'all can be born out as universal bodies, which is the same as what y'all are now, just on a higher plateau of life. The same way y'all were cells before. Sperm cell, egg cell, you get it? Y'all were cells before y'all were born out as organisms. Like that. It's just a repeat on a higher level. A bind, a trap. Like I said, it's 24 hours a day. There's 24 levels of existence. When I say levels of existence, I'm speaking like atom, cube, cell, organism, solar body, constellation bodies, galaxy bodies, universal bodies. You have 24 levels of existence that y'all can ascend through and be born out on. The same way you have 24 hours of a day. A day is just the most smallest aspect of eternity. And so you have those 24 levels in eternity are in the whole existence. And as we are being manifested out physically on each level, we're a cell, which is a physical thing at one point in time. You were born out as an organism, which is a physical thing. As we're born out on these different plateaus of existence, so it makes for more time or room for the mind to evolve into the glorious thing that it is, you know? The absolute awareness, but you go through all 24 hours of existence to reach the highest levels of consciousness. 24 levels in existence, which is like the 24 hours in a day. These is levels of consciousness. And so, like I said, you don't have to go through all 24 levels to get to the pinnacles of wisdom, but some may need it. It may not even be enough for some. But, like I said, that's all a trap. One of you has, but something for us to grow out of as minds, souls. There you go, Lorenzo Buke. Now I'm about to depart, like I said, who tired. Lorenzo Buke says, on Brahma's level, the universe is living with our universe on its level. I'm not sure what you view a universe as, but you're not making any sense. You're a universe. You have smaller life within you. You have planets within you. They call chakras. I'm speaking like that. The universe is a body. It has its chakras. It has its planets, or whatever you want to call it. And the galaxy is the same thing as that. It has its, you get it, rising, setting star. It has its planets, so on and so forth. We're in the innards of these things, just like the cells is inside you. They see you as a rising, setting sun that has its planets or chakras. Follow? Simple thing to grasp. You are in your mother. She's a whole solar system till you were born out. That's the same thing she is to look her in the face now. You ascended from one level of life to the next. So it's the same. There you go. It's a person. We live inside of a person. You say that sounds strange. You were born out of a person. It doesn't matter if it sounds strange, if it happened. Again, you live inside of a person. The solar system is a person. When you see the sun rise and set, you're seeing them go unconscious and wake back up on their plane of existence. Just like it is for the cells in your body. They see your consciousness descend and ascend, and you get it? They have no clue that you're a person on your plane of existence with other people. You're just their solar system. They're inside of you. They see it how they see it. The same way we're in the solar body, we see it how we see it.